Jussie Smollett's family speaking out after the actor was placed in a psych ward while he serves his time for faking a biased crime. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. I know you probably thought we would be done talking about Jussie Smollett after he was sentenced in court. While I was on vacation, I reported to you he had an outburst in court where he kept on saying, "I'm not suicidal, I'm not suicidal," triggering a lot of people that remember the Sandra Bland situation. But not just Sandra Bland, there were a lot of people of color that allegedly took their own lives while under police custody. And I said to you, I don't like the fact that he's even trying to put that out there, especially with everything that's happening in the world. He has been convicted of creating a false report. And I said to you before, I believe that he did lie about this. But here's the thing. I also said to you that this is a real reality for Black people, for people of color when in police custody. So Chicago police, Cook County Jail, we're looking at you right now. Well, here's the update. So Jussie Smollett's family, specifically his brother, took to his Instagram to let us know that Jussie is now in a psych ward in Cook County Jail, and that his paperwork is now saying that he has the potential for self-harm. Keep in mind, according to TMZ, they're saying that a lot of high-profile inmates go to the psych, are in this area of the psych ward, because they also have him in protective custody because this was a high profile situation. Honestly, some of you are also saying, well, maybe that's where he needs to be, because at this point, for him to keep leaning in when it's been proven that he faked this situation, it says to me we've said this before. It says to me that something psychologically is not right with Jussie, and I hope once he comes out of this, that he does get some real mental health therapy. Let's get into what Jussie Smollett's brother is saying.
So Jussie is currently in the psych ward at Cook County Jail. What's very concerning is that there was a note attached to his paperwork today and put on the front of his jail cell saying that he's at risk of self-harm. I want to just make it clear to folks that he is in no way, shape, or form at risk of self-harm. And he wants to let folks know that he is very stable, he is very strong, he is very healthy and ready to take on the challenge that ultimately has been put up against him. This is not right. This is completely lack of justice. It's angering, it's an outrage. But he ultimately knows what he needs to do. So we want to make sure that folks understand that, you know, whatever inside Cook County Jail what assumptions they may be making. I don't know why they even have him in a psych ward. We still have not gotten clear answers there and why he's even in a psych ward. And they've recently added to his documentation that he's at risk of harming himself. That is absolutely not true.
According to TMZ, Jussie Smollett has been placed in a psych ward at Cook County Jail, and his official paperwork says that he's at the risk for self-harm. Jussie Smollett hopped on Instagram Saturday saying, "So Jussie is currently in a psych ward at Cook County Jail. What's very concerning is that there was a note attached to his paperwork today saying that he is at risk of self-harm." He continues by saying this, "I want to make it clear that Jussie, is in no way, shape, or form at the risk of self-harm. He wants to let folks know that he is very stable, he is very strong, he's very healthy, and ready to take on the challenge that he has been put up against him." So according to TMZ, as I said earlier, their law enforcement sources say that the reason Jussie's in the psych ward is because it's also the area where they house high-profile inmates. As you know, Jussie's in the Cook County Jail serving a 5-month sentence. According to sources, they're saying more than likely he will only do half of that sentence. His mugshot has been released as well. As you know, he was convicted just a couple of months ago for faking this bias crime where he said two white men, this was his original claim, two white men had attacked him in the middle of a polar vortex in Chicago, threw a noose around his neck, said it's MAGA country, blah, 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 blah. Okay, look, it turns out those two white men were two Nigerian men that Jussie knew, worked with, had possible sexual relationship with. We discovered that Jussie had some other substance abuse issues during this legal battle. And then he had this outburst most recently at his sentencing that we played for you, where he kept on saying, I'm not suicidal, I'm not suicidal. Look, as I said to you before, Cook County Jail, we're looking at you. Let him serve his time. Let him serve his time. But Jussie, I need you to get some help when you get out of jail. I really do. But in other news, and look, I know a lot of us are saying, well, now the family wants us to do hashtag free Jussie. No, I won't. I won't be doing that. But I'm still watching you, Cook County Jail. The prosecutor, the state attorney, did come out this week saying that this sentencing was unjust. And you may recall a special prosecutor. This is the reason why Jussie's in jail. A special prosecutor was assigned to this case. Okay, was assigned to this case because of the backlash and people believing that there was more to this. Why were these 16 charges dropped? Well, she came out this week saying that this was unjust, that, you know, they should have focused on all of the other cases that they're waiting to prosecute right now. And that's not unfair. But I'm also looking at you, state prosecutor, because people were saying what you did was questionable and that you were bought and paid, allegedly. And that's the reason why we had to have a special prosecutor. But there is a longer conversation that can be had when it comes to what's going on in Chicago with crime, with what's going on when it comes to prosecuting all of these other things that are going on in Chicago. That's a fair argument. But we can both do that and understand what Jussie Smollett did was wrong. We can argue back and forth if the amount of time that he received was correct or not. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I just like to play one here on YouTube. But with that being said, what Jussie did was wrong. But what's happening in Chicago in their justice system can be wrong at the same time. Could they have moved forward a lot quicker like they did with the Jussie Smollett situation with these other cases that are waiting to be prosecuted? Of course. But Jussie Smollett still wasted the time that could have been focused on these other cases with a false story. And I honestly believe at this point, Jussie really believes that this happened. He really believes it. If he was to take a lie detector test, I believe he would pass it because he really believes it. And that is what's the most concerning thing. And I really hope that his family gets him the help that he needs. I know y'all want us to say hashtag free Jussie. I won't be doing that. Get Jussie, hashtag get Jussie help. Hashtag get Jussie help. Cook County, we're still watching you though. Let him serve his time. Keep your eyes on him. Because I'm concerned for him. I really am concerned for him. Not because of the jail. Well, not just because of the jail. Because of his own delusion. It's a sad situation. I thought we were done talking about Jussie. I wanted Jussie to serve his time and then for us to move on. Oh, Jussie. Guys, as always, let's continue the conversation below. As we already know, there are larger issues happening in Chicago, happening across our country when it comes to the justice system. Let's continue the conversation there in the comment section. And as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.